Duncan from Shiitake. This time we'll explain 5 things to be careful during second incubation of log-grown shiitake. Before that, look at this! Shiitake mushrooms have finally come out from this new shiitake. Yes! I've shooted the video for more than half a year, and it would be so sad if nothing's come out. There are only 3 shiitake mushrooms in total. Finally, Whopper did a great job, and thanks Whopper! Alright, let's get back. We're pretty sure you already know all the basic management methods up to the second incubation. For those who say, no, I don't know, who are you at all? Please watch the previous videos from the description that appears when you press the title. We recommend you to watch them first. Let me review lastly. The logs inoculated with shiitake spawn are stacked tightly in a firewood stack and covered with a plastic sheet to moisturize. This is first incubation. When white mycelium appear and grow sufficiently from holes and log ends, rearrange them to make some rooms between logs to supply oxygen. This was second incubation, and the second incubation normally continues until the time when shiitake mushrooms fruit in autumn. You have to manage them for about 5 months from early summer to early autumn. In the meantime, there are various dangers and bushing that will ruin the shiitake logs. So this time, I will explain 5 things to be careful during second incubation. Also, since we are using our own cultivation method as an example, I think that there may be, it is not common way, but we would be grateful if you could incorporate it as a new sense of value. We will explain on the assumption that your mushroom cultivation history is within a few years or beginner. As we say every time, it is our personal opinions and not general theories, so please make your own judgment. Let's go! The first thing to be careful during the second incubation is rainy season. This is mainly for those who manage logs outside. The time to move from first to second incubation is from May to June, which is a comfortable temperature for humans. So it's shiitake. You may think, why is the rainy season can be bad? The reason is not the temperature, but the long rain. It's okay if it rains moderately. If shiitake logs don't retain water properly, they will be dried out. However, it is dangerous when it rains for a long time. Shiitake spawn drowns. If you leave them drowned, they will end up as it is. So to prevent drowning, we have to block the long rain. You don't have to worry about them as the trees will prevent from the rain. However, if it is expected that monthly rain will continue to hit in a space with no roof, it is necessary to cover the top with at least a shading net. Does the shading net work for rain? Actually, it's just better than nothing, because the raindrops will get together and eventually fall on logs. But it is useful in addition to the rainy season. I think there's no loss in keeping it stretched. You can also put shading nets on the front, back, left, right of the log. In that case, be careful not to let the air stay inside, as it may cause mold. Well, for those who manage the logs under a roof, the humidity can be proper as long as fresh air goes through. We think that it is not a bad condition. The second thing is hot weather. In July, the rainy season is over, and after that, hot summer comes. Last year, it reached the highest temperature of 41.1 degrees Celsius in Hamamatsu, Japan. This too hot heat is like, stop, give me a break! For shiitake log. Well, humans are the same. The too hot temperature for shiitake is from about 35 degrees Celsius or higher. By the way, if the logs are thin and short like this, it'll be even lower. In Japan, it is usually exceed 35 degrees Celsius except mountains or places like a summer resort. In general, it doesn't rain like shower unless it's along the mountain. Recently, it seems that the number of showers is decreasing due to climate change. In addition, no typhoons have landed on Japan last year. It actually happens that it heavily rains in summer. Then shiitake logs have water only inside of the logs. So if it doesn't rain in the heat for a month, they will dry out. On our island here, this happens once every 2 years. Those who cultivate in nature, such as forests, are better because of the moisture from the trees and the ground. But for those who manage in a little vacant lot or building, can be hellish days. It's hot and dry, hot and dry, hot and dry, again and again every day. It's like putting a hairdryer on shiitake logs. As a solution, shading net and watering works effectively. Black one is recommended because it absorbs light more than white. However, if you set the net close to the shiitake log, they will dry even with the heat from the net. So please keep a proper distance. Watering will be harder unless you have a lot of water. But you can replenish the water using a sprayer or watering hose with fine holes. Please imagine. For shiitake mushrooms, watering in a hot day is like drinking chilled cow pickle in a room where the air conditioned. With these measures, the temperature of the logs will drop and water will be supplied. So the shiitake spawn should also become... it revives me! The third thing is Morophagoides morioti and Nemapogon granulus. Both are the small moths. It is about 1 centimeter long, and they love shiitake logs. Morophagoides morioti is orange and calm. Nemapogon granulus is beige and flies vigorously. We think there are overwhelmingly many Nemapogon granulus at our place. Both are characterized by their extremely strong fertility, and the cycle of generations may take less than a month in the summer. Actually, these moths are not so directly harmful to shiitake logs. All they do is eating sealing materials such as styrofoam plugs and beeswax. They make countless holes. You may think that's it? Then there's no problem. However, moisture comes out from the holes. Spawn and mycelium is going to dry out. Moreover, it seems that they also carry harmful fungi to the holes, and the holes turn black and get hard. Unfortunately, in this case, shiitake will not come out from the hole. As a countermeasure, it will be a measure rather than a prevention. This is because it is almost impossible to keep them away. No matter how fine the net is, they will fly to the shiitake logs through gaps. We also use electric shock insecticides, adhesive sheets, electric shock rockets, and water jet nozzle to remove them. But even so, it is only half. We also tried a machine that vibrates the wings with ultrasonic waves and LED lights that are effective for night moths, but the effective is clearly weak. Have you ever heard of components produced by a type of lactobacillus bacterium? It is called centaury. That is a convenient way to cause diarrhea and starvation of moth larvae. It seems that it is most effective means. Moreover, it is not categorized as a pesticide in Japan, so it is treated as a pesticide-free, but the impression is not so good. We recommend other measures without using it. As we said earlier, there are almost no preventive measures, so current situation is like playing a cat and mouse game with them. Fortunately, it will decrease sharply when it gets cold, so if you endure it only during the summer, it will be very different. Anyway, please try to deal with it. The fourth thing is Darkling Beetle. As you may know, it's mealworm. I think some people who have small animals use it as a food. It seems that humans also can eat it as an excellent protein source. I'm good, thanks. Sorry for the digressions. This bug is very troublesome. Lays eggs in logs. After hatching, the mealworms eat and grow through the inside of the logs. After that, they become pupae and emerge as darkling beetles. Basically, we often see it from spring to summer, but we also see it even in winter. Although they have wings, they always walk around, so it is only occasionally stuck on adhesive sheets. It is the best to them when you find it. By the way, I do not feel comfortable them, so I throw it on the riverbank nearby. And they are nocturnal. When exposed to light, they run away to darker place. And one more thing, be sure to wear gloves before taking them off. Otherwise, your hands will be turned purple for a week. The fluid they discharge have the effect of dying cells. Assume a head of oxalic acid solution or carmine solution. The fluid works the same as those solutions. Be careful, it really stains your hands. But don't need to worry about health because there's no particular harm. The last thing is mold and other harmful fungi. As a major premise, a yield of shiitake mushrooms depends on how much mycelium can be spread in the logs. Comparing a log fully colonized by shiitake mycelium with a log half colonized, the yield is very different. It's not only twice or so. This is due to the fact that the nutrients are low and water stays inside of the log because of the partial colonization. That makes the shiitake mycelium tired. Therefore, we can tell it is in a bad state when logs have harmful fungi. The good conditions for trichoderma, which I explained last time, was a medium to high temperatures or high humidity environment. Also another one called Hypoxylon truncatum grows in the logs like shiitake mycelium. So I think important things here is to compete with this Hypoxylon truncatum for how quickly colonize logs. It is impossible to make everything perfect. If our shiitake logs colonize about 80% on average, we make a compromise. Trichoderma and Hypoxylon truncatum appear from the first year, but some other fungi also appear from the second year onwards. They are Stemonides fasca, dome, and lacti. Stemonides fasca grows by flying spores like dust. This barnacle-shaped one, it mainly parasitizes the holes gone bad. Dome is the name we gave it. It is an orange or white dome-shaped fungus. If something hits this, it'll break and spore will scatter. If you know the name, please let us know in the comments. Both of them will disappear if you wash them away or burn them with a burner. However, there is a risk of spreading spores to other logs, so it is safer to carry it gently and dispose of it. Last one is lacti. It is also called white trichoderma. Actually, we are not sure what lacti is. By the way, it spreads and kills shiitake mycelium. So when you find it, you should give up the log and incinerate it ASAP. This time we explained it 5 things to be careful during the second incubation. Let's review shortly. The first one is rainy season. If shiitake logs managed outside are exposed to long rain, the logs will drown. Let's prevent it with a shady net and devise it. The second one is hot weather. In summer, the shiitake log can dry out. If the temperature rises above 35 degrees Celsius for a long time, be sure to create a shade with a shady net or sprinkle water with sprayers. The third one is Morophagoides morioti and Nemepogon granulus. Once it appears, it is almost impossible to keep them away. Try not to increase the numbers as much as possible by using an electric shock insecticide or adhesive sheets. The fourth one is Darkling Beetle. Because they live in the logs, it is very bad for shiitake spawn and mycelium. There are not many effective means, so take them away as soon as you find them. The last one is mold and other harmful fungi. Grow shiitake mycelium faster while controlling the outbreak of trichoderma and Hypoxylon truncatum. From the second year onwards, be careful of Stemonides fasca, domes, and lacti. Do not let them spread their spores. If you know the official name of the dome, please let us know in the comments. That is about 5 things to be careful during the second incubation. If it was informative, please leave a like. If you really don't understand, please write a question in the comment section, and we will answer as soon as possible. Please also watch this video again and again. We'll continue to provide videos that are useful for mushroom cultivation. So if you subscribe to this channel, you will be able to keep watching new information. Thank you for watching your precious time. See you next time.